I'm looking at a marketing dashboard in Power BI that consolidates channel performance, campaign efficiency, and ROI metrics into one executive-ready view. It answers the questions marketing leaders actually get asked. Which channels are driving results? Which campaigns need optimization? And where is our budget actually going? This is built in Power BI with Zebra BI visuals. And here's what makes it different. It uses the same variance analysis, KPI tracking, and executive structures that finance teams use for P&Ls. Companies like Coca-Cola and W.L. Gore discovered that financial-grade reporting isn't just for finance. It works for marketing, for sales, operations, any team that needs to prove results. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll have a template to build your own. Let me show you exactly how it works. The template is free and linked in the description. Now let's dive in. Let's start where every executive conversation starts, the overview or landing page. This is your executive summary, the single view that shows you whether marketing is driving business outcomes or just burning budget. We'll structure this with marketing metrics on the top, like costs, impressions, clicks, conversions, new customers, new revenue. And on the bottom, marketing KPIs, like efficiency KPIs and conversion rates. Now, this structure matters because it separates activity from outcomes. Marketing leaders don't just want to know how many impressions you've got. They want to know what did those impressions cost per lead, what is the cost per customer, and what are revenues per dollar spent. Now, to answer these questions, let's build this dashboard. To show our metrics, we'll use Zebra BI tables. That will give us great data density, but also help us present the structured metrics data well. As soon as we add our actual and planned measures, Zebra BI calculates the variance and presents it visually for better understanding. Now we can choose how much visualization we actually want by simply choosing it on one of the specified columns. Good. Let's also build the second table underneath for our KPIs. Again, when we add our actuals and plan, we get the added insights from the variances. Okay, now we need to build the trend charts for a rolling 13-month actual. I will use Zebra BI charts as they are made to show trends. I already have my measures prepared, and you can see the way the measures are calculated by downloading the template. We'll start by adding our time category to the category placeholder and our metrics to groups. For the visual representation, we can easily select an area chart with the chart slider to give us the best possible insight. After this, we can do the same for our KPIs. This layout really puts business outcomes first. Now here's a critical step that we need to do for logical visualization of our costs. Invert metrics for cost-based KPIs. See how cost per impression, cost per lead, and cost per conversion are displayed? When these metrics increase, that's unfavorable. You're paying more for the same result. So we have to invert them, and we have two ways to do it. We could do it directly on the visual by right-clicking and inverting, but we can also do it from the data model with a category class column that we have in the data model. To learn more about this, I'll link an article in the description. So this means now, when you see a green bar, efficiency improved, costs went down. And when you see red, costs went up. You're immediately seeing good news versus bad news without having to think about it. This is how finance thinks. They don't celebrate CPC increased 20%. That's bad news. This dashboard speaks their language, which is exactly what you need when defending your marketing budget. Power BI allows us to explore our data, and to make this exploration as clear as possible, we can add some measures to our filters placeholders in the visuals. Now, we can link the output from the measures to our titles, categories, and columns. Now watch what happens when I switch from month to date to year to date. The column headers update automatically. No confusion about what time period you're analyzing. There's no, wait, is this month to date or year to date questions at the meeting. This eliminates the number one source of dashboard confusion in executive meetings. This is contextual clarity. The dashboard always tells you exactly what data you're seeing. Before we see how our dashboard works, we need to add the most important thing, the comments. They will give us more context to why a certain number is as is and allow us to make informed decisions. We can add comments directly on the visuals through the annotation layer, and the best part is the comments are directly linked to a specific data point, so there's no confusion what the comment is for. The charts on the right now support each metric or KPI with trend analysis. Click on leads in the table and the chart shows you leads over time. Click on cost per lead and you see efficiency KPI trends. This is real contextual analysis. You're not jumping between 5 different reports to understand the performance. One click and you see the trends that matter. Same thing with other KPIs or metrics. Select the KPI in the table and the chart updates. This keeps the page clean while giving users the ability to explore what matters to them. This is what Coca-Cola meant when they said, the same dataset, same report, but different users get exactly what they need. An executive clicks on revenue, they see revenue trends. An analyst clicks on cost per lead, they see efficiency trends. Same dashboard, but personalized insights. All the other pages in the report are built similar to our overview page. So let's see how we at Zebra BI would structure a channel performance page that solves one of the biggest challenges marketing teams face. Proving which channels actually drive results, not just which ones get activity. On top, you're seeing performance across paid ads, social media, email, search, practically every major channel that you're running. You can analyze by marketing metrics, costs, impressions, clicks. Or we can switch to channel KPIs using this bookmark. Let me show you the KPI view because this is where you prove efficiency to leadership. When we switch to KPIs, you're now looking at costs per lead by channel, which channels are actually most cost efficient, cost per conversion by channel, which channels drive customers, not just clicks, and customer acquisition cost by channel. What's the true cost to acquire a customer? And critically, you're seeing variance, not just, hey, here is this month's CAC, but CAC increased for 15% compared to plan, with color-coded indicators showing whether that's good or bad. Now, this is the language executives understand. This is how you go from, we got a lot of impressions, to, our most efficient channel has a CAC 40% lower than our worst. Here is where we should relocate our budget. The 3-year trend charts at the bottom show you patterns over time. Are KPIs deteriorating, improving, or seasonal? This is how you separate signals from noise. If your cost per lead spike in November, is that a problem or is it normal pre-holiday season behavior? The 3-year view tells you immediately. This is the same variance and trend analysis that finance teams use for P&L reporting, just applied to your marketing channels. The campaign performance page focuses on individual campaigns, which campaigns are working, which need optimization, and who owns what. Notice the responsible person column. This answers the question, who owns this campaign? Right in the dashboard itself. And Zebra BI helps us do this by adding additional measures to our AC bucket. When a campaign underperforms, leadership knows who to talk to. When a campaign crushes it, leadership knows who to recognize. This is operational clarity, built into the analytics. No more, let me get back to you on who manages this campaign. The accountability is right there on the dashboard. You also get the same channel and metrics drill downs here. Which campaigns perform best? Which channels are most effective for specific campaigns? This is where marketing teams do their operational planning. Which campaigns should we scale? Which should we kill? Which need creative refresh? Same variance analysis, same KPI structure, same executive ready format, just focused on campaigns instead of channels. Next, this is the KPIs details page, and it answers the question every executive asks after seeing your marketing report. Okay, but why did that metric change? Well, at the top, you see KPI cards. They have a tooltip with the information on how each KPI is calculated, what it means, and what the performance is. This is critical for alignment. Finance, marketing, and operations all need to agree on what these numbers mean. When everyone's looking at customer acquisition cost, everyone needs to define it the same way. These cards create that shared understanding. Below the cards, the driver breakdown table. This is where you prove causation. Let's take cost per thousand impressions, or CPM, as an example. At the bottom, you see the KPI performance, and above, you see the drivers of that KPI, costs and impressions. The CPM is calculated with row calculations that are done in Zebra BI tables directly, without the need of extra docs. So if your CPM went up, you can immediately see, well, did you spend more money? That means your cost increased. Or did you get fewer impressions? That means our volume decreased. Or maybe both. This table shows the variance for each driver. You see exactly what moved the KPI. This is how you go from our CPM increased by 3.2% to our CPM increased by 3.2% because costs went up by 3.4%, while impressions did not rise the same amount. We also learned why the costs were higher from the added comment, and it was because the campaign was extended. That's a defendable story, with a clear action on how to be better. That's also how you avoid the well, marketing just isn't working conversation. And again, you can easily switch between efficiency KPIs and conversion KPIs, and you get the same structure, top-level KPI performance, then driver analysis, just like before. The efficiency and conversion pages let you compare performance across campaigns and channels side by side. Select a KPI, let's say cost per lead, and now you see which campaigns deliver the lowest CPL, which channels deliver the lowest CPL, and how they compare to each other. This is where you spot patterns. Like campaign 5, our email campaigns have 35% lower CPL than our search. Well, maybe we should relocate some budget to emails. And you can also spot campaigns that have exceptional efficiency. Well, what's different about them? Can you replicate that? Well, these will not just be questions, but actual action points. And the combo chart below shows metric relationships over time. You control which metrics display. Let's show leads and cost per lead together. Now you can see, did leads drop because our costs drop? Or did costs increase without driving lead growth? This is multivariable analysis. You're seeing relationships between metrics, not just isolated numbers. The conversion page follows the same structure. Pick your KPI and your metric, then see which campaigns and channels excel at each stage. This answers where our funnel is breaking, and we can optimize based on diagnosis, not guesswork. This is the same funnel analysis framework you'd use in sales reporting or product analytics. Zebra BI structure works across departments because the underlying business logic, variance, drivers, trends, is universal. The metric trends page shows 3-year performance for every marketing metric. This is your pattern recognition engine. At the top, Zebra BI cards show current performance with variances compared to your benchmark, your plan, and prior year to get the best possible context. But that's not all. Click a card, and the chart below updates to show that metric's 3-year trend. Amazing interactivity brought to you by Zebra BI and Power BI working together. You control which metrics you're analyzing using the cards at the top. Click a card, the chart updates. No rebuilding visualizations, no exporting to Excel, it's just all interactive. And this is the same interactivity that Coca-Cola praised. Even if someone has never used Power BI, they can still quickly pick up on and become experts. And here's why this matters. Let's say Q2 costs spiked. Is that bad or is that normal seasonality? The 3-year view shows you immediately. If you see the same spike every Q2 for the past 3 years, well, that's a seasonal pattern, not a problem. But if this year's spike is higher than historical, now you've identified an actual issue. This is how you separate signal from noise. Now we can select specific campaigns that we want to analyze. The charts show exactly when they ran and how metrics performed during those periods. This is how you evaluate campaign impact over time. Did the campaign drive sustained lift or a temporary spike followed by regression? Did it improve efficiency long term or just temporarily boost the volume? Well, this chart tells you. Speaking of Coca-Cola, dashboards like this dramatically cut their development time. Their team told us, what used to take hours now takes minutes. For an enterprise marketing team running dozens of campaigns across multiple regions, that's hundreds of hours saved per quarter, just in reporting and analysis time. That's hundreds of hours your team can spend optimizing campaigns instead of building reports. In the end, this dashboard solves 5 core problems that all marketing teams face. Scattered data. The one view of all channels, all campaigns, and all metrics in one place. Proving efficiency. Cost per lead, CAC, conversion rates with variances and context. Root cause analysis. The KPI drivers show what actually is moving the numbers. Executive communication. Finance-grade rigor and format that leadership can trust. And longitudinal patterns. 3 years of data to separate signal from noise. Here's what makes this different from a typical marketing dashboard. It's built with the same Zebra BI tools that finance teams use for P&Ls, variance analysis, and CFO reporting. The same variance structure, the same driver breakdowns, the same executives-ready format. At WL Gore, Zebra BI started in finance. Then teams in sales, marketing, and R&D saw the value and adopted it. At Coca-Cola, the global marketing team uses Zebra BI dashboards that serve everyone from local marketers to the CEO. Why? Because rigorous reporting isn't department specific. Marketing needs to prove ROI, use finance's variance methodology. Sales needs pipeline analysis. Use finance's driver breakdowns. Operations need efficiency tracking. Use the finance's KPI structure. Zebra BI is the last mile of analytics, turning Power BI data into executive-ready insights that drive decisions, regardless of which department you're in. Your way forward is to download the template, and everything you see in the template is in this walkthrough that you watched today. The link to the template is in the description below. Just go download it and build with your data. Now, if you want to go deeper on building executive-ready dashboards in Power BI, I've linked our Power BI financial reporting playlists in the description below as well. Thank you for watching, Data Wizards, and I'll see you next time.